everybody, welcome back. We're going to be doing something a little different to start off this episode. We're going to talk to a few of my companions and get that stuff out of the way. Something new I'm trying, I guess.
So, ground rules? Master Kuix let me do whatever, long as I wasn't in her way.
When I need you, do exactly as I say. The rest of the time, be invisible.
Too bad I lost the stealth field generator. Question 2. What's my job on the ship? Hate standing around, makes me antsy.
It's a big ship. There's plenty of work. Do what comes naturally.
Reprogram the computer to call me Master? Done. We'd better get moving. Let's go save the galaxy.
I figure touching base with all of my companions is something I'll do after I finish a planet from here on out, and that's something I've continued to do as I play through the story, so you'll get plenty of companion story progression as we go along, just at the end of every planet.
We make a good team, T7. I get the feeling there's tough times ahead. I'm glad you're up for the challenge.
Got a few more of these T7 to go on to. Awesome.
Is there something you need to tell me? I like my crew to be happy. It's always hard to lose someone. If you're looking for a hero, look no further.
And another, although he is hard to understand.
Evil doesn't stand a chance with the two of us around. Who's Shafu? I hope he went to prison for a long, long time. Did Master Zalo threaten him? Or did he use force persuasion? He probably decided to lay low after Master Zalo was killed. Get out of the game before his cover was blown.
It's interesting that this droid can have so much story, and yet another one.
Shafu was that Rhodian slaver you told me about. The one who changed his ways and started working for Master Zalo. Don't keep me in suspense. Did Shafu discover anything to confirm Master Zalo's suspicions? Rebuilding an encrypted file from deleted bits of data? I'm not sure even you could pull that one off.
There we go, all done with that. But yeah, it's just something I decided I'd do instead of doing it all at the end like I did with the Smuggler. If you're familiar with that series, I pretty much touched base when I could with all my companions, but for the most part I waited till the very end and just maxed them all out real quick and talked to all of them all at once. That was actually a little confusing. I'd rather have it, you know, here and there. It makes more sense with the actual story of the character itself and the way it progresses and whatnot, because oftentimes they'll talk about what's actually going on currently, or what just happened even. So what I've done is I'm continuously feeding my Jedi Knight companion gifts, and I think he's got quite a few in the, at this point at least, from what you're watching, he's got quite a few in the cargo hold of his ship, just waiting for the new companions that I'll get further along the line. It's going to be a while before I get a new companion, but when I do, I just, once again, just feed them tons of gifts, which gets their affection up, and that allows me to talk to my companions as much as I can between planets. There's a natural cap there, like, for instance, that I have Kira up, like, about a quarter of the way, actually. She's, I think it's 2,500, right? 2,500 out of 5,000. 5,000's the max, 10,000's, or 5,000's half, 10,000's the max. Yes, that's the way it works. So she was about at 2,500 here, which is fairly high for being only on Taurus. And that was the only one available to talk to her with, so if I had more affection, I wouldn't have done anything. It's just that's all I could say to her at the moment, which is fine. But at the end of this planet, and certainly at the end of others, it gets more and more, especially when I finish a chapter, then there's a lot to talk about. So you'll see that when I finish things like Alderaan. At the end of Alderaan, I finished a chapter, which means there's a ton of companions dialogue to go through, simply because, you know, I have them pretty maxed out by that point, which is awesome. And that'll also allow you to get to know the newer companions that I get later on a lot better as well. But I just figured that's an easier system to do rather than just doing it all at once. And it just makes more sense, and I don't know, it's easier to watch even. It makes for better content. So now that I'm here, let's click on this and talk to this dude.
That's enough bloodshed. Let's be professional about this. I am Watcher One with Imperial Intelligence. Those men you fought served me.
Your agents slaughtered Republic citizens. That's an act of war.
On the contrary, it was self-preservation. Despite what General Varsuthra believes, I have known about this outpost for some time. Your imminent arrival forced me to take action. My mission is to protect the Empire from Dr. Gadera's weapons. I'm afraid I can't let you have him.
And I'm afraid you'll have to die.
I don't fear you. Imperial Intelligence prides itself on accurate threat assessment. I've known you were coming, analyzed your strengths and weaknesses in preparation. You allowed the fallen Jedi, Bengal Moore, to flee Tython. Your loyalty to the Jedi Order is questionable.
What's he talking about? Is that true?
I never did anything like that.
Your desire to conceal your actions is also well documented. As fortune would have it, Dr. Gadera will be in my custody shortly. You've already failed.
Even if I don't get Dr. Gadera, I'll still get you. That's a promise.
Watchers aren't easily caught. I see my reinforcements are finally in position. Terminate him.
So it's about from here all the way through Nar Shaddaa that my Jedi Knight makes some decisions that he regrets, and also realizes some of the past decisions he made are a bit regretful, kind of like letting Bangalore go. But that comes up later on. I think right after Nar Shaddaa I actually figure it out. So before you say anything, I already know there's a thing I could talk to on my ship, and Bangalore sends me messages through it, but I didn't figure it out until later, so you look, don't judge me.
Blasted imps. Death is too good for them. Thank you for liberating this facility. Good riddance to imp scum.
Wish my T7 had a personality like you.
T7 units lack the subroutines to properly appreciate imp destruction. My designation is REM0. Dr. Gadara assigned me to this facility. Primary function? Enemy surveillance. The facility was compromised when Republic cowards arrived on Terrace, and again by these imp scum.
Why do you call the Republic cowards? These people died defending you.
Republic cowards surrendered to the Empire many years ago. These deaths do not alter that fact. My programming forbids cooperation with non-Gadara life forms, except under extreme circumstances. That criteria is now met. Watcher One reprogrammed this facility's tracking relays. He traced Dr. Gadara's encrypted bioscan to its present location.
How could Watcher One do all that when we couldn't?
Imperial intelligence is well-funded and highly motivated. Filthy imps. Locating my maker requires repairing the central computer and resetting outdoor tracking relays. I am only equipped for computer repairs. I will provide you with the tracking relay's coordinates, but be advised, the outdoors are dangerous.
Anything in my way dies. Get to work fixing that central computer.
Jedi were never included in Dr. Gadara's Republic coward designation. Now I comprehend why. Commencing computer repairs. Contact me when all tracking relays are reset. Then we can triangulate Dr. Gadara's location. If you encounter any imp scum, please annihilate them. How you handle Republic cowards is your discretion. Good luck, Jedi.
So because I know that there's almost a week break in between all of these sets of episodes, I figured I'd catch you up a little bit right here on the story going on. So in case you don't remember, the Dr. Gadaro has been captured, right? That's no good. We gotta get him back. And the thing is, it's technically General Varsuthra's fault, right? The thing is, he actually causes a lot of things to happen in the story which are unpleasant, and I have to go clean up his mess most of the time, as you saw with the super weapon on Coruscant. But the whole goal here is to find him, which is actually kind of surprising because this is Taurus, right? Most of the class quests on Taurus have to do with Rakghouls in some way or another. And to be honest, I don't even think I come across them. Well, I do come across them in Taurus, but I don't think I come across them in my storyline, which is it's a bit odd. I was actually a little put off by that. I didn't know, like, I was expecting more Rakghoul story, which I don't really like to begin with, but you know, that's what I came into this planet expecting. So I guess at the end of the day, it was a bit of a breath of fresh air, not having to do with a ton of Rakghouls, although, you know, the general quest made me do it at the very least. So that's what we're here doing. We're trying to find the general, or not the general, the doctor, who I think ends up becoming a companion later on, but we'll answer this holocomm and we'll find out, I guess.
I finished resetting all the tracking relays. Is that central computer online?
Affirmative. Triangulating Dr. Gadara's coordinates now. This facility has outlived its usefulness, and my programming provides no secondary mission. I am uncertain how to proceed. Serving Republic cowards is unacceptable, but I am not armed to combat imp scum. Recommendation?
Shut down. Your mission is over.
I am uncertain that is correct, but I will take your suggestion under advisement. Triangulation complete. Transmitting the coordinates to you now. Do not permit the imp scum to harm my maker. I'm counting on you, Jedi.
To tease you even further, the Doc I do get a Doc as a companion. His name is Doc. But who is that? Well, I'm not gonna tell you. It might be Dr. Gadaro. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. You'll just have to find out.
Chunki salama na tupa. Jiholokto chobot I kafsto andale.
How do you know Dr. Gadara?
Vathopa jiwanta humpa mulira pampa wula. Kon kipona hukta tabatata. Sigunra deha yaliska chanaga. Itinka chasa hopoma.
If Imperial reinforcements arrive, defend this corridor with your lives. Got me?
Koisa da bruja. Pi toto kapola kupi de opera jiruni pibuka.
So I think it's a good time to point out that the Jedi Knight story is really good, right? You gotta remember, I've played through more than what you see here. At this point, I am level 42-ish? I don't remember. Whatever I logged out on. Look, I'm almost there. How about that? And the game is really fun. I mean, the Jedi Knight story is blowing my mind. It's really good. I still think the Smuggler one is the best, but, you know, that's a matter of opinion. The one problem I have with the Jedi Knight one thus far is the fact that it's not as, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the best way to put it. It's just not the way I expected it to be, I guess. I was expecting a lot more dark side, light side choices that were more morally stricken or pulled apart. Like, I was expecting the light side choices to be like, yes, I want to save this evil Sith because, you know, because maybe he has a heart and we can find it out and we can use him for information and stuff, but we're not going to kill him. And I was expecting the dark-sided choices to be like, yes, I'm going to murder you mercilessly because, you know, you killed so-and-so and I want revenge on that. And most of the choices at this point in the game, especially, even towards the end of Chapter 1, just they're not like that. And it was really disappointing to me that I didn't get a lot of those options, because that's the way I'm playing the character in my head, right? I'm thinking, like, my guy goes, like, super dark side throughout his story because of certain events that happen that cause him to want revenge and cause him to go over to the dark side, more so than just, you know, killing people because I can, I guess. I feel like the moral impetus for the dark-sided choices aren't very clear at the first part of the Jedi story. They get better, but they're not quite there yet. Although the end of Chapter 1 is quite good, despite the fact that it is a little lacking on the light side, dark sided choices. But after that, it gets much better. So give you guys a little something to look forward to, I guess.